right, watch your language. Charlie. Charlie. I think we're good.
I'm not usually in the chair.
We are at
Yeah, here we go. Welcome, everyone. It's meeting for August 6th. We will start off with health services again.
Good evening. Your opening health services committee meeting at 6:04 p.m. So we have Mark Evans from Greene EMS to give a presentation on the 2026 contract renewal.
So you brought your bodyguard with you?
Yes, I have one board member, Rick Cantz, supervisor for the town of Coxsackie.
Guys, good. All right. Yep, you should be good now.
Oh, okay, you're in control. Okay.
Well, you'll hold it for your.
All right, gotcha, thank you. First of all, thank you for your time tonight. First thing I want to do is, I've seen all of you a lot in the last year. I want to commend this legislature on the path that you're following, the work that you've done so far. You've got to be about the most educated EMS legislature in the entire state, I would think. And it's a tough, daunting task in front of you, and it's a vital service. We're very happy to continue to be a part of it for as long as you want us to be. You know, my board and my organization is prepared to fold into a county system when we're told to. So whether that's sometime next year or sometime the year after, it doesn't really matter. We're ready to do that and ready to be a part of a county system. I'm just going to go, I got some handouts for you at the end. I'm just going to go through some of these really quick. You've seen a lot of this before. This is our current board this year. Really has not changed since last year. Steve Mayer is still our chief. Still Dr. Stanger. Very lucky to have him as ER doctor over in Full Memorial Hospital. Number of employees, part-time, full-time, has not really changed at all. This one everybody has been focused on the last few years. As you can see, last several years, actually, I think since we put the truck in Prattsville in 2020, everybody wanted to see what the call response time would be broken down by Valley and Mountaintop. And as you can see, right now, Valley is 8 minutes, 24 seconds. The Mountaintop's actually a little bit better. Our overall response time is 8 minutes and 21 seconds. Remember, that's just for the paramedics. That doesn't include any of the town ambulances in any way, shape, or form. That's just the paramedic trucks getting to the calls that they've been dispatched to.
Those are on scene time tomorrow.
Yes, yep. Just some interesting numbers for 2024 review. Calls dispatch, cardiac arrest, 38. 4 survived the discharge. It means they were cardiac arrested, transported to the hospital. They left the hospital fully intact, mentally, physically, returned home, started living their lives again. That's a pretty good percentage for a very rural county like we are. Rapid sequence intubation, that's the one where we knock out their ability to breathe, we knock out their gag reflex, and we put a tube in them and we breathe for them. That's a pretty intense procedure that requires 2 paramedics when that is going to be done. Out of county mutual aid, did 15 calls to Schoharie County. Last year, year before when I was here, there was a lot of discussion about how much mutual aid we were doing to Schoharie and Delaware County. Those legislatures and those places have stepped up and improved their EMS systems as well. So they have paramedics on in their counties now too. Not like we do. Delaware County, I believe, only has 2 on duty across the entire county. So we, and Schoharie has a couple as well. So we still are doing some mutual aid into Schoharie. Town of Catskill coverage, we did 147 calls last year into the town of Catskill, 127 the year before. Wyndham coverage, ventilator uses, and I'll speak to that a little bit more. We used the ventilators 37 times last year. We've used it 47 times already this year. These are the ventilators that we put on the trucks this year. We start out with the donated ones from Columbia Memorial Hospital. We went to these Hamilton T1 ventilators. They are the exact same ones that come in the helicopter. When we have somebody intubated and we have them on the ventilator, when the helicopter lands, if it's a helicopter type call, the nurse or the medic on the helicopter comes over, writes down the settings on our ventilator, goes back to the helicopter, sets their ventilator up. And then when the patient goes in, they simply go from one machine, from our machine to their machine. It's a really, really nice continuity of care flow. Why is this thing a game changer? This machine is just an absolute complete game changer. What we're doing in the field is reducing hospital stays. So the difference is that if somebody you get there and somebody's in congestive heart failure, they have fluid in their lungs. Normally what happened is we'd start hitting them with drugs. If their oxygen level is in 70s or 80s, then we have to consider doing that rapid sequence intubation and sticking a tube in them and breathing for them all the way to the hospital. This machine will do CPAP and BiPAP. Anybody that has sleep apnea, you know what a CPAP machine is, right? Same thing. It'll do it. As long as they'll tolerate it, they'll get that mask on. That machine starts pushing that air in for them. Their body relaxes, they become more comfortable, we oxygenate them better. We've been delivering patients to the hospital sitting upright, talking with an O2 level now on the high 90s, and they're not intubated. Why is that important? You go into the hospital intubated, chances are you've got a minimum week hospital stay and at least a couple days in the ICU until they can get that tube out. If you never have that tube in, and they treat you, and a lot of the time, by the time we're getting to the hospital, especially if it's a transport from the mountaintop to Albany, we've given them morphine and Lasix and other stuff that is flushing their lungs out. So I'm not going to say they're fixed, but they're a hell of a lot better condition, and they're not intubated. So their hospital stay now is maybe 3 or 4 days, as long as they have no other complications. This is huge. We had the first ones last year of these. And now the Hamilton rep loves us because now there's 80 in use or on order throughout the region. It's like all of a sudden everybody realized that they need to have these things. This is coming down the road. The machine on the left is our current machine, just to give you an idea of the challenges and the costs. The machine on the left is the LifePak 15. We've been using those for how long, Sean? 10 years? More than that? We've been using it for a number of years. The machine on the right is the new updated version, LifePak 35. The machine on the left costs $25,000, and we have them one on each medic unit. One on the right coming out, it's out now. We've not gotten them yet. Maybe that's a next year or a year after thing. They're going to be $60,000. But they do a myriad of other stuff as well. It's quite an incredible machine.
I'm gonna go like back 300.
I like the LifePak 5, you had to use the paddle. So a couple things. Blood was approved last year by the legislature. We're still waiting. It's been left up to the region. Here's the issue. You can't go and put blood in every single ambulance or every single paramedic truck. There's just not enough blood to go around. You'll kill the blood supply. So the regional medical control, REMO, is figuring out a way that it'll be basically county by county basis. What's the best solution for that county as to who has blood, who can rotate it in and out of the hospital? Because you don't want that blood to go bad. So we're thinking that we may have blood on the medic trucks and it may stay there for a couple weeks. And then it has an expiration date of a week. It goes back into the hospital so it can actually be utilized. We're thinking that's the way it's gonna come about. We just got IV medication pumps. Medics have been asking for them for the last couple of years. We have so many medications and so much stuff that we can administer that we need those medication pumps so that we don't make a mistake or the medics don't, start a drip and all of a sudden it gets pushed or knocked somehow. And the next thing you know, you look up and all the drip is already in. Well, it might not be very good for the patient. So those medication pumps are here, they're being programmed. We'll have to do some training. So I'd say maybe by this fall or so, those will be on the trucks. Got a bunch of new medications for various things that came into the protocol. And pretty much our policy has been, if it comes into protocol, we do as much as we can to get it on the trucks and get our medics trained as quickly as possible. This is just a slide of the budget history. When you get your copy, you're welcome to look at that further. Here's our budget request. Yes, it's significant, but I'll start off by prefacing this by saying our starting pay for medics right now is $30.25 an hour. Greenport is 33. I spoke to Aiden O'Connor, who runs Greenport Rescue this afternoon. They're going to 34 in a couple of weeks. We don't want to get that far behind. I know this is a chunk. This is awful medic raises and something that has been asked for quite a while that I'm not going to swear 100%, but I think most of the town ambulances do this. So it would really be coming in line with what the town ambulances do. Is we have not up to this point done pay differential for nights and weekends. So you make a little bit more if you work a night or a weekend. That's what we propose. Total budget, county share, what the town share would be, the overall increase in the budget and the overall increase that would come to the county.
What's your typical medic shift? 24 or so?
Generally 12s, but we do have 24s as well. Told you to be short and sweet. I'll be happy to answer any questions if I can.
Any rig change out?
Any rate change, guys? This year we bought 3 medic trucks. So that's just to keep the fleet where it is. With 5 trucks continuously going 24/7, we got to the point where we felt we needed to keep 3 spares, believe it or not. We have an affinity for hitting deer. I don't know why, but I mean, you probably do too.
So is our sheriff's department.
Yeah, you too, Sean. We're good for at least 1 to 2 a year. And, with repair times, it's, the truck might be out for a month because they can't get parts or something. So,
Grants and all the rod and gun clubs around, so I don't know how we're not getting more hunters, but.
right. I'm sorry, one last slide. As you all know, we won the Regional Agency of the Year 2023. Quality Award, Shane Merchant, and then our group of Friday medics is probably the most experienced group from a length of time being paramedics. I don't know what they said. They were all told they were like 80 years between them or something. So they got together and put in for the ALS Provider of the Year as a group. Believe it or not, they won it. So they're gonna be recognized for that some point this year. That's it.
Mark, are all our vehicles housed indoors now?
Yes, they have everyone's got have been for the last couple of years. Yeah, once we got freehold done 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, we pulled the truck out of Greenville, we put it in the freehold firehouse.
Okay.
Yep.
More quick question.
Sure.
Pardon my ignorance on this, but so does that budget include any of the benefits, retirement, healthcare, things like that? Or is that not provided by this? Like, I don't know, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, no, sure. We provide health insurance. There is a contribution from the employee. We have a 401k plan. We put in an amount, I can't remember off the top of my head, it's like $1,200 or $1,500 a year. The whole 403B plan is built up to about $600,000. It's all employee. We don't have any life insurance, and we don't have any other retirement beyond that.
So there's no pension tied into.
There's no pension or, no, that's why the consolidated county system is very attractive to our medics because it's not something we could ever, afford or, we did the 403B and there's some people that got some pretty significant chunk of money in there, over the last, 10, 12 years or so.
Thanks.
Mark, what kind of fund balance do you carry?
On average, we've been carrying about a $400,000 to $450,000 fund balance. So at the end of the budget year, we're calendar year. So at the end of that calendar year, we generally have somewhere between $400,000 and $400,000 left, cash wise. We've done some projects over the years. If you recall, we built out the Hunter Station. when we moved the truck from Wyndham to Hunter. We spent, I think it was about 50,000 to renovate, corner of the Freehold Firehouse so we could get that truck under cover.
And you're maintaining roughly that amount with this budget.
Roughly, yes. Yeah. And the thing that concerns me is, you know, each year when I've come back, I've tried to, you know, tell where other agencies are. And although we have done raises over the last 5 years, you know, I don't want to get too far behind Greenport, and that's really our, let's say, our biggest competition, but we still do pull people from Greenport because we do all emergencies, and Greenport Rescue does transports. Some medics like doing that, they like being in an ambulance, that's fine, that's their choice. But when it comes right down to it, if there's an opening, we usually get them.
Supreme Court municipally support.
They could be now, I'm not sure. I kind of helped Aiden get the job at Greenport because they were floundering. I was some serious concern that they were gonna go under. And I recall him telling me that I think they don't have like contracts with the like 5 towns that they do. And I think they got like $10,000 a year from City of Hudson, something like that. I know it was something he was working on though. So they have no base, they have no tax base.
Just gotta use them myself. I got a $500 bill.
Mark, were you short-staffed at all during the year at certain times for certain reasons at all? Or you couldn't get, you were scrambling?
Nope. We have what's termed shift captains. And one of their responsibilities is always to make sure that the next upcoming shift is full. We've had situations where those shift captains have gone and filled a shift. I mean, even our chief has filled shifts.
Gotcha.
I think there was 2 times since the beginning of the year. There was like 6 hours in Prattsville. Some medic got sick on shift and had to go home. It's tough to fill a shift at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I think there was another situation where we missed like 6 hours, but the other trucks were all available and just shifted around. Anything else?
Thank you, Mark.
Did I
Okay.
hear you say that your board was in favor of Greene EMS becoming a county agency?
Yes, I've always told our board, Matt, this organization, our organization was created at the behest of the county legislature and the towns. We exist at your pleasure. If the towns and or the county decide that you want to make a change, we're not the ones to stand in the way. Some of my board members have some opinions on which way things should go. They have that right. But they realize, I think, that the overall benefit to the residents of the county is a consolidated system.
And would your employees agree with that? Would you say?
I think most of them would, yes. Yeah. I don't think we are going to lose any medics. Yeah, I don't want to get into the weeds of it, but there's some medics that work for us because we have fly cars. If we shoved them all in ambulances, yes, we'd lose some, absolutely. But that's not a decision for here for tonight.
Right.
It's a decision for down the road, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I think the other big concern that was voiced to me the other night, after the meeting, was regarding the retirements. Without taking the seniority and moving it into the county system, just the fact, as Nicole was explaining, that it can be taken away at collective bargaining. We as a legislature could say, yes, you can keep your 15 years or whatever, 20 years
Right.
seniority, but that it can be taken away at collective bargaining, I think was a little bit of a shock to some of the medics.
I think it was, and I think that's a concern.
I don't know why they would do that, but
I think they realize, you folks can't do anything about the state retirement. I mean, they're coming in as new people unless they work some other job that happens to be state.
What they have already.
Right. But, you know, to have the seniority retained from the aspect of one medic has 10 years with us and the other has 5, they come into the county, they would like to see it retained that that medic continues to have 10 years of seniority over the 5-year one, just for purposes of vacations and shift choices, whatever.
Wouldn't change. They'd all come in day one into the New York State retirement system unless they had another job somewhere.
Right.
That you can't change.
Right.
You can't buy into the system and accelerate your term.
All right. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mike.
First resolution, authorizing agreement, Greene County Family Planning and Susan J. Herzberg, RHIA Medical Records Consultant.
True.
O'Connell.
Do we know why this is, what's the
Yes,
purpose?
Laura.
Oh,
Yeah, so under the Article 28 rules, we do have to have medical records reviewers each year. And we had a different one last year that didn't do this for the job, so we went with the one that was recommended to us by Westchester County Public Health.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
Okay, the first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Approving center-based and related service provider contracts, preschool special education program. Handle,
Lena?
Menudo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Authorizing agreement, Greene County Public Health Department and Susan J. Herzberg, RHIA Medical Records Consultant.
Lavera?
Lavera, Handle, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Authorizing conference attendance. Aichiani Figurio, Greene County Public Health.
Later.
Klinger. Lanudo. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Accepting minutes, Medical Professional Advisory Committee, Utilization Review Committee, October, November, and December, Q4, 2024. Handle? Through? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Is there anything else to come before Health Services Committee this evening?
You do have Jason on as well. Was on.
Yeah, Jason is on. Anybody have anything else?
To adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Rivera, second by O'Connell, we are adjourned.
Patty. That name. For a couple of weeks.
You know what, you're right. How I was gonna say.
Thank you, Tammy. I'd like to call County Resources to order at 6:26. Got 4 resolutions before us this evening. First one being adopting the 2025-26 operating budget of our college. Need a motion?
Lavera?
Vera, second. Lennon. Any discussion? If you look through it, we've got an increase on our sponsorship, just over $5,000. And they did reduce their overall budget a little bit, so they're making some necessary adjustments there. And hopefully Victoria goes down the right path. So,
She will be here on the 18th
good.
for financing. I did send a conflict tonight on their own screens.
Thank you, Sean. Anybody else with that? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Second, authorizing the agreement between Greene County and the Columbia Green Community College Foundation and authorizing payment of it.
Lucas.
We have Lucas Bulich, I'll second that. Any discussion on that one? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. 3, amending resolution number 337-24, establishing the honorary position of Greene County Poet Laureate. A sore subject for everyone. Later, Sherry and Linger. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried.
Charlie abstained.
Is he gonna be opposed?
Yeah?
Yes.
He abstained. I don't mind.
For amending resolution number 91-25, amending resolution 459-24, authorizing Greene County Cultural Fund contracts. Any motion? Anybody?
I'll make a motion.
Thornton, second.
Linger.
Linger? Any discussion on this one? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. Anything else come before county resources?
Motion closed.
Motion to close by Lennon and second by Thornton. We are closed.
Nice.
What's that? Okay, so public safety committee meeting to order at 6:29.
Not like last time.
No, firing squad's here.
All right, so for the month of July, we had 138 civil attempts, served 130 civil papers, issued 191 traffic tickets, investigated 22 traffic accidents, and we made another very high month in arrests, 85 arrests this month, and 10 DWIs. That's more than we've had in 10 years.
July 4th?
Not all that weekend. It's just know what's going on, but something's going on.
Party time.
Also, we handled 801 calls for service this month. And we made 546 traffic stops. On July 1st, the starting jail population was 36, and as of July 31st, it was 40, the high for the month being 44. Corrections officers did 25 transports, traveling 561 miles, totaling 48 hours, moving 32 inmates, and we have 3 state-ready inmates in our custody. This past month, we hosted a crisis intervention training, which included personnel from our office, the state police, Athens Police, Catskill Police, Greene County Mental Health, Greene County Paramedics, and Cooksaki Ambulance personnel. So it's the first time we've had a multi-agency training like that. Worked out very well. One arrest I would like to highlight this month was one we had involving the stop of a subject who was driving a car with fake license plates, and then he provided false identification and was also found to be in possession of a loaded handgun and cocaine. After we figured out who he was, it was learned that he had a reported violent history and was in fact out on bail on yet 2 other weapons and assault charges. But due to bail reform, our current charges were not qualifying offenses, so he had to be released. It's just.
Is this being live streamed so people are listening? Yes.
This is nuts. On a good note, our therapy K9 Mac has been awarded the title of Therapy Dog Supreme, which is the highest possible therapy dog title awarded by the AKC, and that would be with his K9 handler, J.R. Espel, Stephen Deputy Espel in the Carroll Durham School District. So, lastly, in addition to our annual SRO contract resolutions, we have one for replacing our body cameras and car cameras with Axon cameras. The current ProVision ones are due to be replaced, and the ProVision is no longer supporting self-hosted platforms. So in addition to purchasing new cameras, we would have to upgrade our servers next year, which will cost $209,950 just to upgrade the servers to continue the service we're using. And I did bring Sean and Joel, who are my experts on this, to answer questions if I don't have all the info, but I do have quite a bit of backup for this. There are several other benefits to the Axon cameras. I'll just talk about a few of them. They're all cloud-based, which would be much easier for the district attorney to use, and discovery by the county attorney. I know it's not present, but he's asked me on numerous occasions for the ability to be able to redact personal information from the FOIL requests. So every time a deputy's interviewing somebody and asking their name, their date of birth, and their phone number, it's all getting released because he has no way to redact that information. So Axon would provide that and make it much easier. Also, it gives the county, the district attorney, the ability to access the discovery material in a much more efficient and quick manner without Sean having to make disks out of every single, make links. What else? Also the forward facing cameras in the cars, all of them have LPR capability. And we currently have 4 LPRs units on cars, but we pay $18,000 each for those. So this would put an LPR in every single unit we have, and it's no
What's an LPR?
license plate reader. So what it does, it lists the hot list, it runs the plates. If a stolen car goes by, it lights up on the screen and says, you know, that one's stolen, that one's missing, or we're looking for this one for some reason. So it's an outstanding tool, right? They're great tools to have. Just for that alone, we would save a ton of money because we wouldn't have to put those in all the cars. And there was also there's an installation issue. Every time Provision has to change cars, we have to fly the tech here from California and pay him to stay here and change these cameras, which I think the last round was in the neighborhood of $26,000. So each time we replace cars every year, there's usually 6 cars, we're spending quite a bit of money on that. With the Axon platform, it can be done by our local installer, River Valley, at a much lesser cost because he's only putting in the power unit. What's it called? A term?
Flux capacitor.
Some kind of, yeah. It's a harness, control harness, I think it is. He just installs that when he's putting the rest of the lights in, and then we can plug and play the cameras. So much easier on the install.
Stop hitting here, slow that down.
Well, you guys better watch out because they're out there. Don't go after dark. It's really bad now. But that's all I got. We'll share from questions.
Sheriff, for these guys, this system, how do you feel about it being like, planned obsolescence? You know, these companies seem to want to say you got to get your new program every 3-4 years.
Well, these
At
are
a significant cost.
well, these are on a lease, by the way. So
Okay.
when they go bad, they get replaced automatically. We'll save that cost as well. With
Okay.
the Provision ones, 3 years is they recommend for
Every
change.
2.5 years, it's got to upgrade your body cam.
Yeah.
Provision has not improved any of their technology, so the upgrade body cam that we have to purchase would be the identical equipment we already have.
Yeah.
With the Axon program, I believe, over the course of 5 years, every 2 years, they send you, or 2.5 years, they send you brand new equipment, which is their most up-to-date camera. So they're constantly upgrading their cameras and coming out with new cameras. So that's replaced at no cost to us because it's built into the lease program.
Right.
And then at the end of the 5-year lease program, they give you brand new cameras again, whether you.
Renegotiate a new lease after 5 years.
Just additionally, under the Axon lease program, if one of our guys were to get into a physical altercation or fight with somebody and their body cam got broke, Axon replaces it with no questions asked. One of our guys on the boat and he goes inside the boat and the body cam falls in the river, Axon replaces it with no questions asked. There's no additional charge.
The 2.5 years, is that basically the norm before these things start breaking down? What do you say?
Yeah, so when you're out in the, spring cold, extreme heat, the rain, snow, on the charger, off the charger, the batteries themselves are going where it's going.
Thank you. So these download right up into the cloud from anywhere.
Yeah, they use our existing Cradle points, so they don't have to run back to the station to download. So that will also save time. And right now, if more than 3 cars pull in the parking lot, it jams up the system. They sit. So, and the Axon camera also has a GPS in the camera. So if the deputy gets out of the car and is chasing somebody, or we'll be able to see where they are. Yeah. Very advanced. It's the Cadillac of. And the prices come down. The reason we didn't go with them in the beginning is because they're cloud storage. They wouldn't go into block cloud storage. So the storage alone 3 years ago was $126,000 a year just for the cloud storage. So now they've broken it down because they realized the market is not in those huge police departments that have that kind of storage. So now it's become more affordable.
Sheriff, on the legal side of things, how much will it improve the efficiencies of getting this turned around to the DA or the?
instant.
as opposed to now.
Now Sean could explain that, but I don't know how much time it takes you to do this, but.
Basically, right now, any of the footage that comes in, I'll do the day before Mondays or, stacked up, whatever on the weekends. I have to take every single video, which is a maximum of a 30-minute clip. I have to tag them, identify them, case load them, create the stuff. And then when I have to send it to Discovery, I have to pull it from the server, download it to the computer, every bit of that case. Download it into that, the DA's office sends a DEMS link over. All that has to be uploaded into the DEMS link, shared with the DA's office, then I gotta go back through, delete it off the main computer, so it stays on the server. Very time consuming. With the Axon trial that we did, you can take those, you can categorize them, as soon as you create the case, you can share that case copy with the DA's office. Also, it would give the ability for any of our investigators or anybody in the department, they have community links as well. So if they need video footage from a burglary at some store, or somebody's Ring camera at home caught a car going by as part of an investigation, we can send out a link with an expiration time, and they can't see anything, but it allows homeowners, public, anywhere in the community can upload their Ring cameras or any digital evidence right to that and store it in the case. The investigators don't have to go out and physically go download things to bring it back, burn them, put them in case files.
Yeah, it's a tremendous,
Save a lot of time.
a lot of effort saved, a lot of time saved. And the DA is particularly interested because he already has the software. Download the Axon because the state police use Axon, so he would not, that would save him from purchasing additional equipment as well.
Just additionally with the storage, like the sheriff talked about having to upgrade our local storage. We have to have videos deleted every so often, so we don't max out our storage. With the Axon lease program, it's unlimited. So regardless of how much data we need to store for purposes of Kaplan, even if to retain it for any foils or suits, there'll never be a storage issue because we have unlimited through the Axon program.
And we didn't even figure in the cost of ITS in this, because every time there's an issue, ITS is tacking on a fee to help us resolve it.
The provision will not assist us with retrieving any lost video because we're self-hosted. So we have to pay ITS to try to recover video. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not.
With Provision, do you own that?
We bought it, we were the last, once they realized what we were doing, they stopped selling self-hosted, promoting it, they won't sell something. Carol wanted to buy in. That was the whole idea, we were gonna host everybody's, all the local PD's video. As soon as they realized what we were doing, they weren't gonna make a ton of money on us, they stopped.
So are you free to sell your old product?
Yeah, we would be, sure. They're
Obsolete.
they're obsolete by industry standards are obsolete.
Well,
They were.
Just saying, I
We
mean,
would-
they might be obsolete for us, but
Sure, well.
maybe there's a,
It's something.
maybe there's a police department in
Yes.
Nigeria, who knows?
Right.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah, yeah.
or wherever, that might be like, hey, we could use them.
We would have to surplus them anyway, however, county could do that.
But we own them now.
We own
We don't-
Sure, this is a difficult question to answer, but right. Particularly on a DWI, if you found less trial, less trial.
Oh, yeah,
Less people challenging because
yeah, absolutely.
there I am doing my nose
Yeah,
jobs and
Once they see the video, their defense goes out the window, yeah. And so far, knock on wood, every time we've had to use these systems, it's benefited us, we have not. It has not injured our, position in any way, so. It's been a great tool.
technology is expensive, but
Do you know if other agencies within the county are on the Axon system so that if they needed to share
Yeah, I believe,
video, it could just.
yeah, Catskill, I think, just put Axon and.
Everywhere except for Sharrow.
Yeah.
In the local area and Athens, Goodyear, we're not.
Yeah, and they weren't able to afford it either a couple of years ago, but now they've come down on their storage cloud storage devices, it's becoming more reasonable. Question? Thank you. Watch out for those deer.
I drove short here.
Now.
And lost control.
Good evening all. For the month of July, EMS calls were 608, fire calls 183, police calls 2003. The unknown 794 with a total calls of 3,588. The inbound phone calls into the 911 center is 3,965. Mutual aid for EMS was 56 for the past month, and fire was 8. Hazmat team responded into Columbia County this past month for a rollover tanker in the town of Clover to assist Columbia County. Tonight I have no resolutions. I'm very happy to say that, as you all know, the dispatchers moved into our new backup 911 center on the 28th of July, and I have to say I can't commend Neil Kelleher for the way he does his operations through the IT and so forth. He did a tremendous job. The whole operation was smooth transition. From July 28th to last Friday, the main center, we completely stripped all the carpet, the old furniture that was there. We put in the 7-bay garage, took all the radios out, buildings and grounds for those 7 days. The carpenter side built 2 offices inside that center. One will be for the chief dispatcher, and the second office is for the future. Painted the room and also upgraded the bathroom as well. That was once a shower. This week, the contractor that we hired, they came on the same Monday, and they assisted to help with the carpeting. And as of yesterday, they installed all new carpeting on the floor. Today, they started bringing the furniture in, the frames, and it's just unbelievable. I can't say. It's a gorgeous room once it gets done. Their time frame is Sunday afternoon to complete putting all those 6 positions together. We'll be meeting with them around 4 o'clock on Sunday to sign off, making sure everything that's on the contract is complete. Next week, Neil Kelleher and our radio technicians will be back they'll be spending the next 5 days putting all the radios and phones and et cetera back into the 911 center. And we are planning on August 15th for that completion. On the 15th, we will test all radio equipment, making sure everything's working. And dispatchers will return to the main center on August 18th at 8 a.m. Somewhere probably in September, toward the end, we will bring the old furniture to this location, and we will install that into the backup 911 center, where the furniture's still in good shape, and it's a good location to have it. And again, I can't. And also, the electrician was there today. They're going to put all new lighting in the ceiling and so forth, LEDs. So it's going to be really nice when it's completed. Next, I just want to let you know that in September, I have a couple of meetings set up. A Twin Clove technical rescue. Early part of the year, they asked about moving forward to make a county team out of that. I can tell you with I just want to say real quick, the operation of Friday night was very, very professional. I can say it again. You got volunteers, you got career firefighters, and the job that they did and the pressure they were under, they did an awesome job. And since then, I have received several phone calls to push to complete the task of the countywide team, because now I have firefighters in other areas of the county that wants to join that team. So I will be scheduling 2 meetings. And that team, the county team, will consist of Palinville, Haynes Falls, Tannersville, and also Cedar Grove, which is outside of our county. And it's in Ulster, but they are labeled part of Greene County way back a few years ago. So we'll be moving forward with that, and as soon as I have it complete, I certainly will have a resolution to bring before your board. I also just want to say that Matt had mentioned about putting some EMS posters out for during the youth fair at our table. And I have to say, we had 4 individuals come up to us, and we also gave them some information on the scholarship. So hopefully those 4 individuals will follow through. The other thing I'm very happy to report is we decided to do some of the state training for fire in firehouses instead out in the county building. I have to say the classes in those fire stations have been full. We're even going to Lanesville to pump class. And right now I have 10 students for that. And it's whatever we have to do to get the volunteers, to get the proper training, to get that next generation, we will continue to do that. I can't say enough about the state fire instructors for that extra traveling that they're doing up on the mountaintop and so forth. I truly appreciate the work that they do and so forth. So, Sean, you got anything? EMS? No. So that's about all that I have for tonight. And any questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any proposed action items? Number 1, authorizing agreement, Greene County Sheriff's Office with Carroll Durham Central School District.
Handle.
Lennon. Handle and Lennon, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number 2, authorizing agreement, Greene County Sheriff's Office, Capitol Central School District. Menudo.
Hobart.
Hobart. Rivera.
No, Hobart.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number 3, authorized agreement, Greene County Sheriff's Office, Kentucky Athens Central School District.
Martinez. Hobart.
Martinez and Hobart. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number 4, authorized agreement, Greene County Sheriff's Office with Greenville Central School District.
Handle.
Handle and Lennon. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Authorizing agreement, Greene County Sheriff's Office with Hunter Tannersville Central School District.
Leonard.
Leonard and Lavera. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number 6, authorizing agreement, Greene County Sheriff's Office with Maryland A. Noonan School at Durham.
Handle.
Handle and Leonard, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number 7, authorizing agreement, Greene County Sheriff's Office with WAJ Central School District. I'll move that one. Menudo, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Establishing a cash account, Greene County Sheriff's Office investigative account.
Martinez.
Martinez, Lanudo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number 9, budget amendment and establishment of paramedic candidate training award.
Handle.
I have Handle.
Hobart and Lennon.
Just have a quick question for when I know the establishment of it, but I don't see anything that would offer it retroactively to potential candidates who are already in the pipeline, they're pending.
we talked about that the other night, but
Yeah.
the agendas were already set, so
Okay.
we can amend it, but if you want right now on the floor, then we will carry it through for finance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would offer an amendment that includes a retroactive scholarship for those who are already attending the various colleges in the area.
They're in the program.
That if they complete the, class and obviously pass their tests, then we offer that reimbursement if they're coming here and sign up for the 5 years or whatever you got there.
Right.
Yeah, I have another one as well, another amendment.
So the amendment would be if you're currently enrolled,
Right. But we're late starting this, so they're already signed up for their classes in the fall starting probably. Okay? They're starting in a couple weeks.
so the spring semester, let's say, they attended something in the spring semester, you want a retro.
Right, or even if they're attending now.
You can say if they're actively enrolled.
It's a 14-month
Yeah.
program, right?
Yeah.
It'll go.
It's a year, two, so it's 3 semesters minimum.
Yeah, if you're actively enrolled in that program,
Right.
Even if
you'd be eligible for tuition
Your last
reimbursement.
semester, you're still.
But I don't know how many people that would entail. So we have the original concept here was 20 students at
Right, we
14,
can still limit it to 20, we can still let them know that we are
First come, first served.
first come, first serve, up to 20 candidates, and then,
Well, we can also see how the recruitment goes in under the new system over the next year or two, and we can amend that resolution if we want.
If you, on the second page there, it's listing general fund accounting. Numeral,
yeah.
so which means at 12/31, any balance of funds is gonna fall. So we would need to reappropriate in
Much like
January.
we do the foundation aid to the Columbia Green College right now, we treat it in the same.
Well, we give them that money, they hold it in the foundation, it could last 2 semesters.
No, I know, but you can hold that, right? You can just hold that money
Well,
regardless.
right now, the way it's set up is, and we can amend this, I would put it into a capital account which has no clock.
If that's preferable.
Right
that
now,
makes better
it's gonna
sense.
be in a department of the county at 12/31, it would just fall over, and I'd have to reappropriate in January. So if we also amend this to create a capital account, 12/31 is irrelevant, it just goes until we run out of money, and
And
then.
then reestablish
And then
more
we can
revenue.
reestablish.
Do it.
That, to me, that makes more sense.
You wanna just pull this and then have a different meeting, you know, and then have this all?
Yeah, one more.
I don't know, I want it for accounting for next
Only
week.
because of the time crunch.
Yeah,
But the other side that I was, approached about the other night was the 5 years. And paramedics that I spoke with don't think that's a draw for people. They actually think it may be a detriment. And that's due to the fact that statistically, burnout occurs in 7. They think 5 years is a long ask for the amount that we're giving out for a class. My suggestion was 3. They thought that was a fair suggestion. I told them don't even go for 2 because we're at 18 months on an EMT. But 3 years was a suggestion that they had suggested as well. So
Compromise and go for 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Four.
We're giving, give me a year.
Work presidents are three. Yeah.
Bring it down to year then, like, we'll roll the dice with it. and
so
see what happens.
there's a second amendment or another part of the amendment to go to 4 years.
I would hate to pull this though and keep
Yeah,
delay. Let's figure out the amendment tonight and
I
vote
would
on
say
it.
as amended, and then we'll clean the language up for finance.
Right.
For finance next week.
Well, I've offered that amendment.
I'll second Mike's amendment.
Yeah.
Got all that, Tammy?
So.
Well, hey, guys, am I allowed to make that an amendment offer in public safety? I'm not on the committee.
Oh, wait, I can't make it.
I'll make that.
Yeah,
I'll make it.
details.
Let me check.
I'll make it for Mike.
And then Linder?
I'll make it for you.
Who amended?
So.
Work on that.
Let's make the whole committee.
And then we're gonna go 4 years.
Sorry, man.
And
Yeah, let's make the whole committee.
I'll second that. Whole committee.
He's lost.
So who seconded it?
The whole
We
committee.
all did.
Whole committee.
Whole committee. Lucas is not on the committee. You do it anyway.
Say vote.
I thought you said vote.
I'll do it, I vote on wrong.
You'll get
page
a
all the
final
time.
vote anyway.
Okay, so all in favor as amended?
Aye.
Opposed? That is carried. I think.
Yeah.
And authorize the purchase of.
You're amending it, so now you gotta do as amended.
Right.
I need a motion and a second as amended.
As amended. Handle, move it, I'll second it.
Well, second.
Right.
second it.
Aye.
Opposed?
Robert's rules. Yes, Tammy will figure it out.
That was carried.
AI couldn't.
This video again.
We're going watching the popcorn.
The budget amendment authorizing purchase of new body cameras, car cameras. Inventory for Greene County Sheriff's Office.
Severe.
Handle.
Full committee. So who moved it?
Marquez.
Rivera, followed by committee. Rivera moves, committee seconds.
Committee seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried.
Did he lose control?
Motion to close. So moved.
Second. Third.
We out.
Lennon, Martinez, and
Handle.
Handle.
I'm a
We're gonna close it.
Thank you.
Good job tonight, everybody.